Years in prison. That is the sentence for a man who pulled a knife on a police officer and got shot in the process.
But Pablo Javier Aleman's problems are far from over. You may remember the incredible restraint a Glendale police officer showed as Aleman begged for his death. Local 12's Rich Jaffe was there live when the story broke and joins us now live with the conclusion. Rich.
Rob, Officer Josh Hilling's restraint, captured on that body cam video, has earned him praise from all across the country and around the world. As for Pablo Aleman, he should consider himself lucky that he was able to walk into court today and get sent off to prison for 11 years. Pablo Javier Aleman walked quietly into court. Far cry from the crazed knife-wielding Aleman that went after Glendale officer Josh Hilling along I-75 on March 29th. Moments after pulling the knife, Hilling shot Aleman once. Still photos taken from his body cam video are so crisp you can see the bullet casing ejecting from the gun. Even though he was shot, Aleman kept coming, begging the young officer to kill him over and over again, but he didn't.
It's huge that the way Officer Hilling performed. A lot of it has to do, again, how he was raised, and he's a good kid, he's a good officer, but could have gone a total different way. He did a great job.
Pleading guilty to felonious assault, Aleman accepted the deal that will send him to an Ohio prison for 11 years, while Hilling and his supervisor sat quietly a few feet away.
At no time does any police officer wish to really have to even draw his service weapon, let alone have to fire it in the direction of another human being. That's exactly the situation that Josh was in that day, but he responded in the way that he felt was necessary to contain that threat.
From the bench, Judge Ethna Cooper commended Officer Hilling for his restraint and uncanny presence of mind while he was under attack. At the end, as cameras focused on Aleman, Cooper got off the bench and energetically shook Josh Hilling's hand.
I've gotten hundreds of letters from all around the world, and what the judge said is exactly the same thing everybody else is saying. So again, we're proud of the job that Officer Hilling done.
This was definitely the best outcome for this case on all fronts. Pablo Aleman is facing murder charges in Baltimore, and should he ever get out of prison, he's got a holder on him from Immigration and Customs Enforcement that could probably see him deported. And before Ohio taxpayers will have to pay to support him any longer, he's probably going to get extradited to Baltimore to stand trial. At the Hamilton County Courthouse, Rich Jaffe, Local 12 News. Rob?
Rich, was it ever clear in court today why he was asking the police officer to shoot him?
That never really came up. He was in court working through a translator through this entire thing. Now, it may have come up somewhere in the course of the questioning, that sort of thing. But as you remember, the officer stopped on 75 because there was a report of this guy walking down the road. He stopped, and as soon as he started talking with Aleman, he in fact was going to give Aleman a ride. He had to pat him down to put him in that patrol car. And it was at that moment that Aleman drew that knife, and they were right up on each other. Again, it is just phenomenal when you watch the restraint that Hilling had, that he didn't shoot Aleman yet again. Rob?
Rich Jaffe, thanks very much. The prosecutor in the case told Judge Cooper, Pablo Aleman has a criminal history in Florida. He's had contact with the FBI. No word at this point when he will be shipped back to Baltimore.